It's the largest country in Africa and the Arab world, divided by the longest river in the world, but the people of Sudan have been displaced by years of civil war. Sudan is ravaged by poverty, and its people are victims of a lack of modern medicine and a reliance on imported food. The thousands of acres of fertile farmland were a war zone until a 2005 peace accord. Enter a London-based group focused on reviving agriculture in South Sudan.
And certainly when you get here, not much can prepare you for it. It's just the amount of poverty and what you see here.
CDAS is a non-profit volunteer group now returning to the Jebel region to harvest the third and largest crop of sorghum, a starchy grain similar to corn.
What is happening at the farm right now is we're trying to harvest. We've had more rain this season than normal, and it's causing us some problems with our equipment and taking the harvest off.
4 members of CDAS were in Jebel on this September trip. London developer David Tennant founded CDAS in 2006.
And our desire and aim was to take a mechanized farm from Canada to South Sudan to do several things. One was to obviously increase crop production and therefore enhance food security. The other was to make the lives of the people in South Sudan better by creating economic activity and giving jobs. The third was to be able to do community projects such as building a church, a school, a health clinic as a result of the success of the farm.
Richard Emmett is a farmer from the North Bay area on his second trip to Sudan.
Decided to come out and help with the cropping, help with the herbicide, and help with the weeding and the general growing of a sorghum crop.
Rob Boyer and his wife Michelle Floyd operate a small farm near Mount Bridges and run a communications firm in London.
Growing up on a farm and being educated in agriculture, why not share that with as many people as possible? I got permits to take soil samples, obtain some rain records of the area, talk to a lot of local villagers, you know, what kind of crops they grow, what time they plant it, what kind of yields they get, etc. Looked at all the logistics. Can we support a farm here? Do we have the support to do it? And really that was roughly only 3 years ago, and that's where the entire project started.
I thought that if I could go over and take the pictures and tell the story and make that story come alive for the people in London and for people in Canada, then we'd be able to really attract some donations, some interest, and really do a lot for the project.
Over the last 3 years, CDAS has established the only commercial mechanized farm in southern Sudan for the villagers of Jebel.
We're the only group that's in contact with the people of this village. So there's a part of us that know if it's not us, then it will be no one.
The Beri tribe live in mud huts called tukals on an island in the Nile River. CDAS has established a strong bond with the Beri over the course of the members' numerous trips. Clothing, toys, sporting goods, and tools, all requested by the villagers and donated by Londoners, are distributed on the visits.
What we're trying in our small way is to impact the lives of the people in this local area. We know we're doing that. We know we have a lot more challenges to face and a long road to go down before we can say that we've accomplished some of the things that we still want to accomplish.
On this visit, CDAS and the Beri harvested 120 acres, producing 70 tons of sorghum, which will be sold to the World Food Program. Commercial farming is new to the Beri, who had previously only planted small plots to feed themselves.
I know we're not changing the world, but I think that for this one village of people, of maybe less than 1,000 people living along the White Nile, there's small things that we can do that really make a world of difference.
You do it because each time you come here, you see new hope. There's improvements, even though they may be very small, but you see people have maybe, you know, 1 or 2 more changes of clothes. They may be eating a little bit better.
I hope that we've made a difference. We were hoping to be a little more forward in the harvesting of the crop, but there's a good team of people left here that will carry on. And then we have to sit down and focus on next year's crop.
The alternative is to do nothing. And to the members of CDAS, that is just not an option.
CDAS plans to plant a 500-acre crop next season and turn the Jebel farm into an agricultural training center. For the London Free Press, I'm Hank Danishevsky.